My name is Hannah, and this is my no-buy year.
If you got cake for the gods, you can take it to us.
I hate lotion. Cold, sticky, tacky, icky. I hate putting lotion on my body. Even if it's right after I get out of the shower and my skin's all porous and damp and ready to absorb lotion, I can't stand taking a glob of cold, gooey stuff and smearing it all over my nice warm skin. It makes me cold, it stays tacky. When I put on my robe, it sticks to the inside of my robe. I have very dry skin, and especially in the winter, my skin gets itchy because it's so dry, but still, it's hard for me to bring myself to take lotion and put it on my body at any time of day, whether I've just showered or if it's before bed or what. It's just gross to me. I don't like it. I don't do it, and then I suffer. So I'm always on the hunt for an alternative to lotion, a body moisturizer that's effective, that's not in that lotion form or that body cream form, something else. And I found a couple of years ago something that works beautifully that I was really excited for. It's a product from the company LUSH. They make these things called shower smoothies or shower creams. And I actually have two right here to show you. These were two holiday releases from LUSH that I bought before the beginning of 2018, obviously, because 2018 is my no-buy year. Bucks Fizz, and this one is Snow Fairy. And what they are is they're like a conditioner cream consistency, but they're very heavy on the shea butter and the cocoa butter, I think. Bucks Fizz is a coconut oil and glycerin cocktail, and Snow Fairy is a cocoa butter, avocado butter, and almond oil mix. The idea is you take and I'll show you what they look like. It's like a cream. And they smell so good. Anyway, when you're in the shower, you sort of step out of the water, you take a handful, you rub it all over your body and rub it in, and then you step back into the shower and just lightly rinse it off, turn off the water, and pat dry. You've essentially put lotion on your body, you've just done it while you were still nice and cozy warm in the shower. It leaves a film on the body, but it's not sticky. It's not like a sticky, tacky feeling like when you just put lotion on. It's like by the time you've rubbed it in, rinsed it off, patted it dry, it's deeply moisturized the skin on your body, but it doesn't have a residue. It's like it's already soaked in. By the time I've dried my body off with a towel, it has already soaked in. This stuff is amazing. They come out with a couple during the holidays, but then they have, I think right now they only have one. The one that they have in stock that's not limited edition is called Rose Argan Body Conditioner. And obviously I'll leave a link to it. I've tried that one too. I've been using these products for years, and it's also beautiful. It has a rose scent. It's got argan oil as its main moisturizing ingredient. They're just beautiful products, and if you are willing to shell out the coin, I do highly recommend them, especially if, like me, you hate lotion. However, shelling out the coin is the main issue. These things are wildly expensive, especially for the amount of product that you're getting. I'm not sure on the prices on these ones because they were limited edition, so they're not on the website anymore. The one that they do have that's currently available, Rose Argan Body Conditioner, is $35.95 for 7.9 ounces, so almost 8 ounces. That's the size of these. $35.95, so $36 for about 8 ounces. That means it's over $70 a pound. I use a generous scoop for the bottom half of my body, legs, etc., and then another generous scoop for the top half of my body. I think I got these in mid-December. This one's pretty much almost gone, and this one is more than halfway gone, and I don't use them every day. I don't use them every time I take a shower. I kind of save them as a treat. But that's like one a month, not even one a month, not even using it every day. So if it were winter in the Midwest, for example, if I lived somewhere really, really dry and I needed to moisturize my body every day, heavily and I didn't want to use lotion and I chose this as the solution, it would be incredibly expensive. I bet I would go through one every 2 weeks if I needed to use it every day, if that, every 2 weeks. It's not an effective long-term solution unless money is no object. Lush also has another product that I found that works similarly, meaning that it's something that you can use in the shower that deeply moisturizes the skin on your body. I don't have any of them with me, but they're these little solid chunks of like massage bar that you smooth onto your skin. The one that I think is the most notorious is called Buffy, and it's basically like a solid chunk of moisturizing cocoa butter with little granules in it, little exfoliating granules. I've used those, they're great. I really like using them in the bath. A small bar of Buffy costs $12.95 for 3.3 ounces. So that means if you were to buy a pound of Buffy, it would be just over $60. So a pound of Rose Argon body conditioner would be $70. A pound of Buffy body scrubbing, body moisturizing bar from Lush would be just over $60. So it's a little bit more cost effective, especially because I think I personally go through the cream ones like these at a more rapid rate of speed than I go through the bar form version. But either way, like basically using a Lush product on a daily basis isn't very cost effective, especially this kind of product. They're luxury products. They package their items to look really fun and almost childlike and sweet, and so you don't think of it as a luxury product, but those are luxury prices. And it's for a good reason. It's because they're fresh, natural ingredients, and they're extremely eco-conscious as a company, and I think Lush is a wonderful company. However, once again, if you have a serious problem with dry skin on your body and you need to go at it. Sorry, I had to change out the battery on my camera. I hope not too much has changed. Anyway, if you have a serious problem with the dry skin on your body, if it's really cold where you live, if you're in air conditioning all the time, if you're in forced heating all the time, or even if you just really want to keep your legs looking good, it's unsustainable. It's a nice treat, but it's unsustainable. So, enter my genius solution. How did I even think of this? I think it was because of the solid Lush bars. They're basically just cocoa butter, right? They're like cocoa butter with some extra ingredients mixed in for exfoliation. But honestly, especially when my skin is super dry, I don't want to be doing that intense physical exfoliation every day. Maybe once a week, but every day can make the skin even drier and more irritated. So I just started thinking that a solid block of cocoa butter, if I could find such a thing, would be the same. It's basically what all of this stuff is. It's like liquid and solid butters and oils. So I went on Amazon and I found this. It is a solid block of cocoa butter. I'm gonna show it to you. It smells, you guys, it smells so good. It smells like incredible chocolate. And it's funny, there are so many products on the market these days that have a synthetic cocoa smell infused in them. And people are like, oh, the cocoa smell, oh my God, I have to have this product, smell so good. But it's so amazing. Like, this is a one ingredient beauty product. It's just a solid bar and it smells better than any of those things ever could. So here's what's left of this. And you can see this is about half of it. It was a whole bar, like a big gold bar, right? It's so amazing. And there are some little chunks here in the bottom. So when I ordered this, I actually ordered 2 because that's how confident I was that this was gonna be amazing, and I was right. But if you order one block is 1 pound, and it costs $15. So to buy 1 pound of this, one huge block, which is like, it's like 4 or 5 times as big as the Buffy bar at the least. I mean, it's gigantic. Like when the thing is whole, it's gigantic, especially considering that you only need a little bit at a time, and that a little goes a long way. So A pound of this stuff, 70 bucks. A pound of Buffy body scrub bars, 60 bucks. A pound of cocoa butter, which is essentially the same thing, just in an unadulterated form and smelling exquisite, $15. So the question is, how does it work? Does it work the same? Does it work just as well? Is it a mess? Is it a pain in the butt? Is there something that Lush does to their special ones that makes it easier to use or that makes it more elegant? And the answer is that it works perfectly. It's amazing. What I do is I take a big kitchen cleaver and I just chop down on it and I get a chunk off of it and I leave it in the shower in a little soap dish. Unlike soft soaps, it doesn't melt and go all over the place if it stays wet. It's pretty resistant to water. The thing that melts it is heat. So you can leave it in the shower and it can get wet and dry out and get wet and dry out, and you're not gonna like lose product and have it melt all over the place, which a lot of Lush soaps and body scrubs do. They're a little bit more sensitive to water. The cocoa butter is not. It's oil, right? It's like an oil base, so oil and water don't mix, so it kind of resists that. So what does cause it to melt is either prolonged contact to very, very hot water, like if you're in the shower, or the heat of your skin, especially the heat of your skin. So what I'll do is I'll get in the shower, I'll take my chunk, and I'll kind of warm it up in my hands, or I'll warm it up by rubbing it on my leg, and then I'll just slowly massage it all over my body. And it leaves behind a pretty thick emollient film of pure cocoa butter, which is incredibly moisturizing, incredibly good for the skin, and incredibly inexpensive if you get it from this source. And I believe that this company is, I'll leave the link and you can check out what it says on the Amazon site, but I remember reading up on it when I first made the purchase and feeling good about supporting this company. I felt like I was getting a really pure, good product, and I also felt like I was buying from a company that is thoughtful. After I've kind of rubbed it all over my body in the shower, my body feels slick, like it has almost like a water repellent moisturizer on it. But what that also means is it has an occlusive layer on top of the skin that's helping to trap moisture in. It's one of the ways you can help keep dry skin from feeling yucky and itchy, is by making sure that the water doesn't evaporate from your skin out into the dry environment, but it stays trapped in, and the cocoa butter helps it to do that, to stay trapped inside. So when I get out of the shower, I just pat myself dry. My skin is dry, not sticky, but it definitely feels moisturized. It feels like it has something on it. And especially if I then go to bed, I wake up in the morning feeling really, really nice and smooth and lovely, and that faint scent of cocoa lingers. I have two caveats, two warnings. One is, if you're acne prone, you don't want to touch your face after you have had this sort of creamy emollient cocoa butter in your hands. For me, coconut oil and cocoa butter can clog my pores and break me out because I'm very acne prone. So when I'm in the shower and I'm using this product, as soon as I finish applying it and I put the bar down, the first thing I do is to get a soap, like a real soap, and wash my hands super thoroughly in the shower so that I don't absentmindedly touch my face with cocoa butter fingers. And I've never had a problem with it. It's just something to be aware of. It will stay on your skin unless you wash your hands with like a grease cutting soap. If you're not acne prone at all, this stuff might be actually good for the skin on your face. I don't know anything about that because I'm afraid to try it, but if you know something about that, please let us know in the comments. The other warning I want to give you, and this is also true of these products, it's not just raw cocoa butter that will do this, but the Lush bars and this, they leave a really slippery film on the inside of the tub. So if you're not planning to immediately get down on your hands and knees and scrub with soap, scrub the residue out right after your shower, which I am never planning to do. Just make sure you warn your roommates, warn your lovers that the tub is slippery. It's not so slippery that you're gonna slip and fall unless you are unaware of it and you hop into the tub cavalierly. So as long as people in your household are aware to just tread a little bit carefully, it'll be okay. If you want to though, you can just sort of spray it down with a tub cleaner as soon as you get out and help kind of dissolve that that slick surface. But basically the coating, the wonderful moisturizing coating that it leaves on your skin, it will also leave on the inside of your tub. Apart from those two little things to be aware of, both of which are easy to handle, I've never come across a better method of moisturizing the skin on my body. And this thing has lasted me for a really long time. I bought this when we lived in Michigan because that was when I was really, really suffering from dry skin on my body. And I had 2 bars. Again, I had purchased 2 pounds for $30 when I first made the purchase. I think it was in the summer of 2015. Could that be right? I think it was in the summer of 2015. At least 2 years, right? It's like over 2 years, if not 3 years, that those 2 pounds have lasted me, as opposed to the 2 months of irregular use that a pound of this stuff generally lasts me. So that's a serious, serious difference in the longevity of the product and how far you can make the product stretch. So that's it for this video. That's my little tip for how to moisturize your body without spending a lot of money and without having to use yucky, tacky, cold, sticky, gluey lotion. Ugh. Thank you for watching. If this is your first time to my channel, I'm doing a no-buy year right now, which means I'm not buying anything new for the entire year of 2018. So that's part of why I have such an interest in alternatives to expensive products, because my channel right now is pretty focused on saving money and using what you have and only buying what you need. So if you're interested in more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'm really tiny, but I'm trying to grow, and I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up or share it with your friends. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to become more active on Instagram. I'm just Hannah Louise Poston on Instagram, and there's a link down below. Stay warm, stay moisturized, and as always, remember to take extra good care of yourself this week so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.